What's going on to all my gamers and gamers? This your boy Kano, the brutally honest gamer, and I'm back with another video. Let's get it, let's go, let's talk about it. This is not going to be a super long video, probably not long at all, man. We just going to go ahead and dive straight into the fact that basically the FTC actually lost to Microsoft, and my thoughts on that, and plus with Sony actually having to bend the knee and bow down to Microsoft after this whole predicament. So let's go ahead and talk about it, shall we? And these are my thoughts, these are my opinion, and if you got a problem with that, comment about it below. Let's talk about it, you dig? But anywho, basically the FTC actually lost to Microsoft. Basically didn't even have a strong case at this point. I made a video about that before, but they didn't have a strong case with Microsoft when it comes to the whole Call of Duty thing. And FTC, they was basically organized by the Sony familiar situation, if you get my drift. Basically they was just basically caring about the Sony predicament, but it wasn't about the fans, it was just about Sony and really trying to block the merger. And I find it kind of hilarious for the fact that they didn't have a strong case against Microsoft when it comes to the cloud situation with the Call of Duty situation, based off the fact that it's just me being real about it. When you look at Microsoft, they want to acquire Activision Blizzard King, and it was basically for the mobile purpose. And if you look at Sony, Sony wanted to block the deal. Microsoft basically offered them a 10-year deal for putting not just Call of Duty, but all games on the platform for Sony. Jim Ryan messed that up by declining. And now, since FTC has lost, Microsoft has free range to actually acquire that studio, really close the deal. And in my opinion, I think that would be good for gaming. It's going to really change the gaming landscape, because if you look at Microsoft, they're going to bring back some of the franchises that Activision Blizzard have. Like Singularity deserves a sequel or a remake. Then you have Tony Hawk that can make its return, or a spiritual successor. Crash can come back. Toys for Bob can get together with Microsoft and work on a new Banjo-Kazooie game. There could be a Conquer game in the future. You never know what can happen at this point. You feel me? Or they could bring back the Tenshu franchise or the True Crime franchise. You dig? But I digress. But this video is pertaining to the fact that Sony has basically caved in and actually signed an agreement with Microsoft. But it's not to bring all the Activision Blizzard games to Sony. It's just Call of Duty on a 10-year deal. And really, Sony messed themselves up with this deal. It's kind of like that movie, that Tyler Perry movie that everybody watched with The Family That Prays, where I forgot the chick name, Sanaa Lathan. Yo, she fine too. But with her, and she messed her husband over and whoop-de-woo, and now she's looked at, you know, she's basically regretting the whole situation. That's kind of like how Sony is in a way, basically regretting that whole trying to block the merger situation. And Sony's kind of out of luck when you look at the situation right now when it comes to other games like the Crash and the the Crash, the Spyros, the Tony Hawks, and stuff like that. They're only getting Call of Duty. And mind you, Microsoft's going to receive a lot of money from the Call of Duty franchise, as far as it going on the cloud, going on Sony, going on Nintendo. So they're going to get a lot of money back, along with Activision Blizzard and stuff like that. So that is actually dope as hell, in my opinion. So Microsoft is getting a lot of money. Stocks is going to go up. People are going to get money that's into the stocks. So Sony really done messed themselves up in a major way, and they got to be the ones that have to hold that L. They got to be the ones that got to be accountable for the situation that they actually have done. So it's really bad on them. It's their fault. They messed themselves up. It's because Sony has gotten arrogant, got egotistical, and messed themselves up with the PlayStation 5, which they making nothing but live service games and not that many single player story-based type of games that they known for. That's what made them a lot of money, and that's what made the PlayStation 4 very successful. But with the PlayStation 5 and what they're doing now, it's going to only go down here from there. And then Microsoft, honestly, Microsoft going to make a dramatic comeback on the console side, and the sales are going to go up a lot. And that's just figgity facts, no fiction. It ain't me being no fanboy, you know what I'm saying? I ain't on that fanboy stuff. I grew out of that, you feel what I'm saying? But it's just the facts of the matter. That when it comes down to Microsoft, they're going to do a lot better when it comes to these games. We're going to see tons and tons of exclusives coming in the near future after this Activision Blizzard King deal closes within the next day or so. So it's great to be a gamer. If you are a hardcore gamer, gaming on every platform, if you gaming on Xbox, it's definitely a good move. It's definitely a happy time to game on Xbox right now to the gamers out there. Sony gonna have to hold that L. Nintendo's about to get some W's with some of the games that's coming from Activision Blizzard going to them. Same thing with the cloud games, servers, and stuff like that. Only hurdle left right now is the CMAs, which that's gonna end up getting resolved very soon. So that's really all I gotta say about it right now. Comment your thoughts below about the whole FTC Sony situation. Let me know. Make sure you subscribe to the channel on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and subscribe to the gamer section channel. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers over there. You dig? I'm out. Peace.